So my dear students, you know the main aim of business is to earn profit. Now let us see what are the elements of business ethics. So how an organization can give better service to the society. So along with making profit, while it takes all the resources from the society, so these regulators will have their own rules and regulations. Hello everyone. I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. Today, I am going to discuss 5th chapter from the subject Entrepreneurship Development. So, this is your 5th chapter from the 6th SEM BCom syllabus. So, the chapter name is Business Ethics. So, in this chapter, you are going to learn meaning of business ethics, elements of business ethics, importance of business ethics, social responsibility of business, then various responsibility of an entrepreneur towards employees, investors, suppliers, government, customers, society and environment. Next topic is self-employment and event management, tourism and e-marketing. Now moving on to the concept, let us know what is the meaning of business ethics. So my dear students, you know the main aim of business is to earn profit. So how it earns profit? So business is called as an economic activity, right? So it undertakes various types of activity in order to fulfill the needs and wants of the customers, where the main aim is to earn profit. Along with making profit, so business takes all the resources. So in order to produce a product, where does the business will get the resources? From the environment or from the society, right? So it may be manpower or it may be the natural resources what it takes in order to produce a product. So when it takes resources from the society, it has to give something back to the society. So business ethics, in the sense, it should have its own moral principles or moral rules or behavior which help for the development of the society. Now in this picture you can see business ethic means it is a responsibility of the business to take care of the society. So there should be a good relationship between the business as well as society. So business should undertake those activity which helps the society. It is a responsibility of the business, because when it takes resources from the society, so it has to give, it is a responsible of the business to take care welfare of the society. Next is about trust. So there should be so here there are a number of users of accounting information, right? So in the same way, there should be a trust between these creditors as well as suppliers, because they are also a part of a business. So they are also helping for the development of the business, right? So when they are earning profit, without the suppliers as well as creditors, nothing can happen, right? So there should be a good trust between the suppliers as well as the creditors. Next, behavior. So business should have that behavior so which leads to the development of everyone around the business. So it may be the internally or externally. So internally, in the sense, those employees, workers who work inside the business. So it should have that positive behavior where along with the development of the business, it should take care the welfare of the society also. Even the society has to develop accordingly with the development of business also. Next is principle. So it should have that long-lasting principle where business will sustain for a longer period of time with this society. Because without society, a business cannot run for a longer period of time. So it should have that long-lasting principle where it works for the welfare of the society along with making profit. Next, relationship. Yes, of course, there should be a good relationship between the employees within the organization as well as the parties who are indulged with the business outside the organization. So there should be a good relationship. Next, choice. So there are two things. One is right thing as well as wrong thing. So under business ethics, so there is both right thing as well as wrong thing, but the business has to take into consideration only the right thing. So it has to do only the right thing which helps the society. Next, reliability. So even the business has to be more reliable. So depending upon the situations, depending upon the external environment, even the business has to make changes. Next, morality. So even the business should be more moral for the development of the society. Now, I think with this picture you are clear about business ethics. So what is business ethics? The word ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos. So The word ethics is derived from the Greek word ethos, which means character, norms, or morals of the community. So here these principles, morals, responsibility or the trust, so these are developed within the business. So it is developed and it is not compulsory. So it is a voluntary activity which is undertaken by the business for the development of the society. It is extant from the law. So other than law, so this business will have certain norms or moral principles which help for the development of the society is known as what? Business ethics. So business ethics refers to the moral principles or rules of behavior which should govern the moral conduct of a businessman. So along with making profit, so ultimately what we can tell, business ethics along with making profit, business ethics means it is a moral principles or guidance which help for the development of the society. Instead of thinking only profit, so it should develop or it should work for the development of society is known as what? Business ethics. Now moving on to the next concept, elements of business ethics. Now let us see what are the elements of business ethics. Now we are clear about the meaning of business ethics. Now let us see what are the elements of business ethics. So the first one is top management commitment. So you know there are three levels of management, top level, middle level as well as lower level of management, and the communication as well as information or authority flows from top level to lower level of management, right? Now what is this top management commitment? So business ethics, so as I told, it is a framework or it is a decision making process where what is right and what is wrong has been decided and the right thing has to be conducted for the development of the society. So it is a top management commitment. So here the top management will decide what is right and what is wrong. So here they have to decide what is right and what is wrong, and the right thing has to be implemented within the business. So instead of thinking only profit, so it should think about the welfare of the society. Not only external environment or the external users, or it should focuses on both external as well as internal users also. So internal users may be employees or the persons who are inside the business. So it should think of both the individuals who is inside the business as well as the outside business, so that business ethics or the value of the business will be long lasted for a longer period of time. So it is a top management commitment. So here the management or the top management will decide what is right and what is wrong and what helps for the development of the society. And the second one is publication of a code. So publication of a code in the sense, so deciding what is right and what is wrong. So it is a framework. So it is a framework which decides what is right and what is wrong, and that framework has to be implemented in the business. So it has to be guided by the top management to lower level of management. So the lower level of management will follow those decisions of top level management. So it is nothing but deciding what is right and what is wrong and following all the right things. Clear? So that is publication of code. Here the communication has to be made by the top management to lower level of management, telling them to follow these principles as well as morals of the business, so that it helps both the business as well as society. And the next one is establishment of compliance mechanisms. So after communicating these moral principles which develop both business as well as society, next they have to think whether the lower level of management are actually following it or not. If not, this top level management has to make corrections with this middle level as well as lower level of management and tell them to follow those decisions. Next, involving employees at all levels of management. Of course, this is very essential because employees are called as human resource. So, human resource plays a very important role in the business. So, after deciding what the business ethics, so what are the ethics to be followed in a business, so even the employee should be involved while taking the decisions. So, even the employee should be taken into consideration in order to take right decisions, because many of the employees will also know what is right as well as what is wrong for the development of the society, because we are living around the society, right? So each and every individual will know what is right and what is wrong for the development of the society. So while taking into consideration, even the employees should also be indulged in these kind of activities. Next, measuring results. So this is a last elements of business ethics. So after framing what is right and what is wrong, so next step is you have to check whether the individuals in the organization are actually following it or not. Next is we have to measure the results. So whether the business ethic, whether the principles or morals which has been framed within the organization for the development of the society, whether it is followed in the same way it is being framed. So we have framed certain morals as well as principles, whether it is actually implemented or not. So checking that is known as what? Measuring results. So what is the effect on the business? So by undertaking various kind of business activities, what is the effect on the business? So we have to check that whether it is yielding a good result or not. Next concept, let us know what is the importance of business ethics. So what is business ethics? So business ethics means deciding what is right as well as what is wrong and following the right thing which helps both the organization or the business as well as society. Now by following or having a good business ethics in the organization, let us see what are the importance of business ethics. So the first one is good reputation. Of course, if a business is following a good business ethics, or if the business is having a good business ethics, then of course it leads to good reputation. So reputation means what? Goodwill. So it increases the goodwill of the firm. So the name and fame of the firm also increases. So the public will have a good image about the business in the outside, right? So that it leads to productivity, increase in productivity, thereby it leads to profitability of the business. Even the customers, even the suppliers or even the creditors will have a good image about the business, which leads to good reputation or name or fame of the business, and thereby the profit of the business also increases. And the next one is better service to the society. By having a good business ethics within the organization, it leads to give better service to the society. So on the one side, the profitability of the business increases. On the other side, so it leads to giving better service to the society. So how an organization can give better service to the society? By having a good business ethics, by providing employment opportunities, as well as making use of unused resources, or paying good salaries or wages to the employees or the workers of the organization, providing good environment condition, good relationship with the creditors as well as suppliers, good relationship with the investors, so the investment of the business also increases. Once the reputation of the business, of course it all leads to the providing better service to the society. So when there is good framework within the business, so it will have a positive impact on the business as well, right? So it leads to increase in or providing better service to the society. And the next one is cornerstone of corporate governance. So along with corporate governance, along with following of rules and regulation of the corporate governance, so this business ethics will add upon to that corporate governance, so that it will have a positive impact on the business. So by following the rules and regulations of the corporate governance, if it has its own voluntary principles as well as norms or morals, so it leads to the betterment of the society. So the business will on the one side, it helps for the development of the business, on the other side it helps for the development of the society also. Next is ethical decision making. So decision making process is very important in an organization, right? So ethical decision making in the sense deciding what is right and what is wrong and following the right thing, which helps both business as well as society. And the next one is long-term sustainability of business. Of course, when there is good reputation and when there is good business ethics in the organization, so it leads to a good image in the minds of the public. So thereby public as well as customers. So customer is the main thing. So we call it as customer is a king of the business, right? So when there is a good image in the minds of the customers, of course it leads to long-term sustainability of the business. So what do you mean by long-term sustainability? In the sense the business will run for a longer period of time. So in order to sustain sustain in the market, business should have good name in the society. So how it can gain good name? By its activities. So instead of thinking just profit, so it should think about the development of the society also, so that the public will have a good image about the organization or business. So the business will run for a longer period of time, so it will sustain in the market for a longer period of time. And the next one is increased employees' commitment. So when there is a good business ethics within the organization, so it leads to increased employees' commitment. So what do you mean by employees' commitment? So employees are called as human resource, right? So they are the main resource of an organization, without which an organization cannot run. Only machine can't do all the activities, even the human resource are needed in an organization, where we call it as human resource is a main resource of an organization. So when there is a positive impact or positive environment within the business, so what happens? So these employees will work for the development of the business. So they will commit themselves in their work. So instead of thinking that it is a burden for them, so when there is a good positive environment within the business, so they will work for the development of the business. So they will commit their work for the development of business instead of thinking it as a burden. One side they will get the good wages or salary, on the other side with all dedication and determination they work for the development of the business when there is a good business ethics. And the next one is prevention of fraud. Of course, when there is a framework where it is framed for the development of society, so there is no chances for anyone in the organization to think about fraud, right? So each from the top level till the lower level of management, each and everyone who is following the business ethics in an organization, and if they are not following, even the others has to make them to follow those business ethics, so that they will never think about fraud in the organization. And the next one is competitive advantage. So competitive advantage in the sense making use of opportunities. So making use of opportunities available. So by having a good business ethics as well as norms, principles as well as morals, so it helps to grab the opportunity in the market. So it will have a competitive advantage over the activities what they are doing, so that they will conduct those business activity, thereby the profit of the business also increases. So these are all about importance of business ethics. Now moving on to the next concept, that is social responsibility. So till now you have learnt about business ethics. So what was business ethics? So that is deciding what is right and wrong and following the right thing, so which will help both the business as well as society. Now what is social responsibility? Social responsibility is the obligation. So it is the obligation of the business to act in a manner which will serve the best interest of the society. So there it was a framework which is made within the business. It is not a law. So other than law, there are certain norms as well as principles which is made by the business and following only the right thing for the development of the society. But social responsibility in the sense, the business will acquire all the resources from the society. So when it take resources, it has to give something back to the society, right? So it is a responsible. Here the business will take resources from the society. So it is the responsibility of the business to give something back to the society in return. So that is known as what? Social responsibility. Social responsibility is the obligation. So it is a duty of the business to give something back to the society where the society will develop. So it is the obligation of the business to act in a manner which will serve the best interest of the society. So along with making profit, while it takes all the resources from the society, so in return it has to give something back to the society, is known as what? Social responsibility. So there are number of things which are included in the society. So it may be the investors, it may be the government, it may be the creditors, it may be the suppliers. So they all help for the development of the business. So they all are part of a business, right? So without them the business cannot earn profit. So they are all part of the business, while they help for the development of the business. So the business has to give something return to them. So that is known as what? Social responsibility. So let us see what is the definition of social responsibility. In the words of Keith Davis, social responsibility refers to businessman's decisions and actions taken for reasons at least partially beyond the firm's direct or economic interest. So what is firm's direct or economic interest? So the firm's direct or economic interest is to earn profit. So other than just thinking about profit, it has to think what it is giving return or what it is returning back to the society, because everything, whatever in order to conduct a business activity, everything it is taken from the society, right? So it has to give something back to the society. So that is known as what? Social responsibility. Moving on to the next concept, let us know what are the advantages of social responsibility. So the first advantage is better public image and goodwill. So when a business instead of thinking just profit, if it take initiatives for the development of the society, so it is socially responsible for the development of society, then it will have a good public image in the minds of the public. So it will have a good public image, so thereby the goodwill as well as name or fame or reputation of the business also increases. So the people will have a good image about the business because it is working for the development of the society. So there are various awareness programs or various programs which is conducted by the business for the development of society. So the public will also identify the work which is done by the business. So thereby it will have a good reputation in the society. And the second one is improved regulations with regulators. So these regulators will have their own rules and regulations. So when the business, it is also a part of social responsibility. So when a business follows all these rules and regulations of these regulators, then even the regulators will have a good relationship with the business, because business will follow all those rules and regulations of the regulators, right? Like norms, rules and regulations of the government also. So if it follows, even the government will have a good image about the business without fail if it follows all those rules and regulations. And the next one is survival and growth. So when a business thinks of social responsibility, when it have a good image in the minds of the public, of course it will survive for a longer period of time. First the business will think of survival, so it want to sustain in the market. So during those stage, if the business undertakes social responsibility, then it will survive. Later it leads to growth of the organization also. And the next one is satisfied workforce. So what is satisfied workforce? Here the employees are called as human resource. So if the human resource are well satisfied, of course it leads to development of the organization, because with all the commitment, with all the dedication as well as determination, so these employees will work for the development of the business. So instead of just thinking their wages or salaries, so if the employees are that much committed into the business, so it is the responsibility of the business to look after the employees also. So if the employees will have good environment condition or working environment, of course they work hard for the development of the business. So it leads to satisfied workforce. So the workers has to be well satisfied, because human resource plays a very important role in the organization. So a well satisfied employee will leads to the development of the business or organization. So by having a good social responsibility, so if the business is responsible for the employees by providing them good incentives or wages or salary, which will help them to raise their standard of living, then of course they will help in development of the business. Professional growth of staff. So here a staff always thinks about his or her growth in an organization. So instead of thinking or instead of working daily in an organization, so even the business has to think about the growth of the employees. So on the other side, so these employees will help for the growth of the organization. In the same way, organization or business also should think about the growth of the staff. So here various training program has to be given to the employees, so that their skill will be developed, so that it leads to the growth of employees. So when an employee is being appointed, so he always expect for the growth in the business. So if the business is socially responsible towards the employees, which helps them to or which leads them to growth in an organization. So the business has to take initiative for the growth of the employees. And the next one is increased customer base. So when the organization or business undertakes social responsibility, even the customer base will become strong. So what they will do, even the response which is given to the customer is proper, then of course the customer will have a strong customer base towards the business. So we will call it as customer is the king of the business, right? Without customer, no business activity can sustain for in the market for a longer period of time, right? So when the base of the customer is so strong, so how the base can be made strong to the customers? By hearing their grievances, by providing the goods and services what they actually need. So then by providing quality products at reasonable price. So these all activities leads a customer to be strong or to be attached to the business. So thereby a strong customer base will be created. And the next advantage is increased investor base. So investment is very important in an organization. So being in a business, so the financial position has to be revealed properly to the investors, because based on the position of the business, this investor will invest money in the organization. So and even after the investment also, the business should give proper return to this investment, so that the investor base will also become strong. So the relationship between the investor as well as business should be trustworthy, so that the investor will invest again and again in the business. So the investor base will be strong if they are socially responsible towards the investor. So being in a business, so investment is very important. So what the businessman should do, he should reveal the correct information to the investor, so that he will invest in the business again and again, and according to the interest of the investor, he has to give the return to the investor, so the investor base will be strong. And the next one is capturing and sustaining markets. So when a good image has been created in the minds of the customers, of course this business will sustain in the market for a longer period of time, and it helps to capture the market. So capture the market than that of the competitors. So those business organizations without social responsibility will have less customers than the business which has social responsibility towards the society. So here the customer will think about the development of the society also. On the one hand, it thinks about the development of the society also. So the business should be socially responsible, so that it helps to grab the market from that of the competitors. And the next one is useful strategy in cost control. So by having a good social responsibility towards the society, so it helps to reduce the cost control also. So here the cost control can be made by better utilization of resources. So here when the resources are utilized properly, so it leads to reduction in cost, and thereby reduction in price of the product also. So when the price of the product, of course the demand for the product also increases. So the resources, available resources, if there is plenty of resources which is available, so it has to be used properly, so that the productivity of the business also increases and the cost decreases, thereby the price also decreases. Sustainability and competitive advantage. So the business which is socially responsible can grab the opportunity, so it can choose those activity where it is perfect, and it can produce more product with less cost, so that the profitability of the business also increases, so that it will sustain in the market for a longer period of time. So these are the advantages of social responsibilities. My dear students, in today's session we learnt about business ethics and social responsibility. So in my next session I am going to discuss various responsibility of entrepreneurs to various parties. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.